Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So I saw this from EasyXRP, worst crypto platform ever, beware. And I just want to mention this to you guys in case you do have a Wirex account. Apparently, Wirex customers have complained over unexplained account restrictions in the last 9 days on Twitter, preventing them from accessing their funds. So if you have a Wirex account, guys, be careful. Take a look, make sure all your funds are there and that you have access to them, because in a bull run, this is the worst circumstance to not have access to your funds. So a handful of them have taken the issue up with the financial ombudsman, adding to those on Trustpilot who say they've done the same. The Wirex app, when it's fully working, allows users to buy, store, exchange, and spend crypto, of course, but a growing number of customers are fleeing Wirex over restrictions imposed for weeks at a time on their accounts with apparently no explanation. So I do not have a Wirex account. My secondary account is Binance. I do have an affiliate link in the description if you guys are interested in signing up for something else, maybe something other than what you guys use. I know there is a Binance US account and a Binance for the rest of the world, but if you click that link, it'll get you to where you need to be. My personal favorite, though, is the Ledger Nano S or X. It is cold storage. I also have an affiliate link down there if you guys want to use that. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. Just some other options for you guys storing your cryptocurrencies, because, you know, the last thing you need is this kind of stress if your crypto exchange is doing something fishy. I think I'll probably be giving away a Ledger Nano S and maybe also an X. I don't know. I gave away an X last year and an S the year before that, and I think I'm going to give away 2 this year. Of course, one of the prerequisites is that you do have to be subscribed to the channel. Nevertheless, I'm going to continue on. I will update you guys on the details once I get those clearer in my brain. This from the Cryptic Poet: Climate First Bank selects Ripple partner Finastra software to deliver values-based banking. And so more news here with Ripple partners. Finastra today announced that Climate First Bank, the nation's first climate-focused bank, has selected a complete suite of banking software from Finastra, using Finastra's Fusion Phoenix core banking system, Fusion Digital Banking, Total Lending, and other solutions for payments, analytics, and more. The de novo bank will be prepared to launch as a full-service community bank in spring of 2021. So don't want to dwell on that too much. Of course, we know Ripple to bring blockchain technology to Finastra's banking customers is coming back from October of 2019. So they are indeed partnered together, and we're seeing it's no coincidence that this is Climate First Bank, and XRP is one of the most environmentally friendly cryptocurrencies on planet Earth. So great news there. Thanks so much to Poet for posting that. This from XRPCRYPTOWOLF. So Ripple's ex-manager of government relations, Ron Hammond, joins the Blockchain Association as the director of government relations. So giving you guys a mini bio here, Ron has extensive legislative and regulatory experience, having served nearly 5 years on Capitol Hill, including as the financial services policy expert for Warren Davidson. Ron is most well known for crafting the Bipartisan Token Taxonomy Act, which would create a crypto regulatory framework under securities, custody, and tax law. And again, guys, used to work for Ripple, manager of government relations at Ripple. So that is interesting news there. One thing I wanted to bring up was this from Stephen Bull Dieppe. Now, I know we heard Gary Gensler in a former video said that in his opinion, XRP maybe should be a security. We've heard conflicting views since then, but I wanted to just bring you guys this clip of Gary Gensler talking about payments, fintech payments, and I believe this was in relation to one of his MIT lectures. Let me just play you guys this real quick.
Each of these startups have a little bit different way that they've broken into this space. Plaid, which we've chatted a little bit about, Plaid is in this space because they came in through open APIs and facilitating the software in the system. Ripple is a cryptocurrency type company. 197 is in India. It's really, I could even have put that in the big tech because they started, I think, PayTM. Nubank addressed it a little bit from being a challenger bank, and we're going to be talking about that in a couple of lectures. Toast picks a sector, and they really dominate the restaurant sector. But they initially were getting into payments because they were into tablets. So each has a bit of a different story, and that sort of sets the stage. I'm going to skip over that Bitcoin and all of these payment tokens are out there and talk about the goals they're trying to do. The goals they're trying to do are the same things: addressing pain points, extending settlement to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and lowering costs.
So you guys heard it there again from Gary Gensler, called Ripple a cryptocurrency and talked about specifically what these companies were aiming to do with their cryptocurrencies, alleviate pain points where they see friction, and I'm paraphrasing, of course. And so even just by that matter of fact, I don't see in any world where XRP would be deemed a security. Now, I know there's this issue of it could have been a security then, and now it is definitely something different. If it does have utility, it's clearly not a security, and so that transformation could occur over time. And I think that this is really going to be the crux of the SEC's argument, or rather, this will be the crux of the lawsuit. And so how is this lawsuit going to pan out? Well, it's looking as though, and several different lawyers are giving their opinions on this, but it is looking as though the prediction is widely in favor of a settlement, which is good for us guys because we'll get that clarity sooner rather than later. I saw this from El Crypto King. Let me read you guys a little bit of this. Stephen Pally is sounding off on the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission's lawsuit against Ripple and predicts the payments firm will settle with the regulatory body. In a new tweet storm on blockchain and virtual currency, lawyer at Anderson Kill believes that Ripple's quick answer to the SEC's complaint indicates that the payments startup wants the legal battle to end swiftly. And so I did a video this morning, guys. I'll link that video up here in the top right-hand corner, discussing us getting over that threshold, that resistance level at 50.5 cents. And whether we do it organically with the cryptocurrency market in general, just kind of generally moving upward, or whether it's some kind of catalyst, I think that it'll be this kind of catalyst that not only breaks the next resistance level, but ultimately sends us straight to the moon. Because this is the thing that everybody's focusing on. This is the thing we've all been waiting for. And it's sounding like now, overwhelmingly, many lawyers are suggesting that Ripple just wants to settle. He goes on to say, I wouldn't have been surprised if they'd asked for another 30 days and then filed a nearly guaranteed to be denied motion to dismiss, but they didn't. They answered within about a month. What does this mean? Unlike most defendants, they actually want a fast resolution. Pally said that he believes the SEC has already fully laid out its case at this early stage. Typically, in civil litigation, you don't get the other side's documents until the case has progressed for a while. Here, the SEC has presumably gotten all of the documents during the enforcement action, which is why the original complaint is so compliant. In other words, SEC probably has all the bad documents, smoking guns already, and has included them in the lawsuit. The blockchain lawyer adds that Ripple may have a tough time arguing that its sales of XRP should not be seen as an offering, and so there's that issue of that. When Ripple settles, though, as Pally predicts they will, the lawyer bets that XRP trading will be reinstated on exchanges in the United States. And you know what that means, guys? Price will likely soar. And so I hope all you XRP hodlers living in the United States already bought your bags, because once this thing reopens and once we get the clarity, I think it'll be too late, to be honest. Case should settle after motion practice, maybe with an ability to allow trading to commence again. In the US, SEC probably not entirely deaf to impact on US buyers, nor should it be, whatever one thinks of the company or its head honcho. So that is Stephen Pally's prediction on what will happen with Ripple. The other day I did a video featuring Jeremy Hogan's prediction on this, and he seems to think that the most favorable outcome is that Ripple will settle as well. I'm going to link that video up here if you guys didn't catch that. He also talks about this idea that, you know what, maybe we should start loading up on XRP before a mediation is scheduled. So an interesting tidbit there. I also saw this, guys, from James Rule XRP, and this is Brian Brooks. Now, you guys may have seen this video, but listen to what he has to say. I'm just going to play you a little clip of this.
Whatever happened in the original distribution of XRP tokens, 10 years ago, and whether that was or wasn't an unregistered securities offering, that's what the courts will decide. That's a different question from whether XRP today is a security. And the SEC itself has said that assets can change their nature over time as they achieve utility and as they achieve decentralization. So if I had to make a prediction, I'll just make a quick prediction, and that is that there is a settlement to be done here somewhere, and the settlement has to do with the distribution of the tokens so that existing token holders can continue to trade them and find value in them the way that they do.
And boom, we also have Brian Brooks coming out saying, a settlement is likely going to be the outcome of this so that the traders, and he talks specifically about XRP hodlers, can continue to find value in the token as they see fit. So positive news coming from all three of these experts on the matter. Settlement becoming the major focus here. And that is good news, guys. That's good for you and I. Something else that Brian Brooks mentions in this interview, and this was from XRPCRYPTOWOLF, he talks a little bit about Tesla's Bitcoin buy and calls it a bit scary for the rest of the world. So for people who are invested in Bitcoin, it's exciting news, said Brooks, who left the OCC last month. For people who are looking at the rest of the world, it's actually a little bit scary. Brooks was responding in part to Tesla's announcement on Monday. It has invested $1.5 billion in Bitcoin and would be looking to acquire more digital assets. That news sent the price of Bitcoin to new all-time highs. The former acting comptroller noted the U.S. money supply has risen 25% since the start of the pandemic and will be up 40% compared with a year ago once the most recent round of stimulus is done in the next few days. So you guys are wondering to yourself, why are these big companies investing in cryptocurrency? You know, when they are worth $1 trillion, you know, we've got $1 trillion market caps for some of these big tech companies. Why are they investing in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies? And now Tesla's the latest one to do so. It's because, and Brian Brooks is saying it, the money supply has risen 25% since the start of the pandemic and will be up 40% compared with a year ago once the most recent round of stimulus is done in the next few days. The government, and not just the American government, governments around the world, are printing money to pay their citizens so that the country doesn't go broke. The irony with this is that by doing so, it just inflates the US dollar, and that means if the money supply grows, the value of the dollar becomes less. Brooks says that's crazy, right? The way inflation works is the more of an asset you have, the less valuable it is. That would explain why a lot of institutions want to have Bitcoin sitting in their treasury, because it's a lot more stable source of value over the long haul, potentially. So Brian Brooks is saying here, these companies, the fact that they're buying, and Bitcoin is the name brand. So this is the one that they're really going to kind of declare that they're buying because it's the name brand and it's the granddaddy. These companies are buying cryptocurrencies to basically hedge against the US dollar. You know, if you are Apple or if you are Google or if you are Facebook or Tesla or whoever, and let's say 5 years ago you had a lot of exposure to the US dollar, and now the pandemic has hit, now you're seeing how the world is changing. Of course, you as a company would be prudent to hedge your bets against that. So investing in cryptocurrency is exactly what they're doing. It is boosting the market for you and I, guys. And despite the slow-moving price for XRP, we will have our day in the sun once we get that final verdict. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.